Secrets. Okay, cool. All right, everybody, welcome to the after show where we talk nonsense and random shit.
It's not a secret. I'm just always here.
I think I remembered a story that I forgot to share.
Oh, share it.
About levitating everybody. I was so excited. And Lartron was being a party pooper and turning off his levitate. But we were going to levitate over the floor being lava. And I was so excited. I even levitated the dog. I levitated your zombie. I levitated it all.
God, that's awesome.
By the way, everybody, floor's lava.
Floor is
How
lava.
many of you are burning right now?
Floor is
My
lava.
1 foot. My 1 foot is burning.
I have a box that's underneath my feet, so I'm good.
I sit Indian style in the chair.
Oh.
That's what
Do your
Kiwi,
legs go numb?
That's what Kiwi does. That's how she sits in her computer chair, and I don't know how she does
I
it.
like kiwi.
My feet are up on my desk because I'm a lazy jerk.
Because you're cool.
Does a sock count as lava protection?
No,
No.
it really doesn't.
Dang.
Okay, I wanted to mention my dream. I can't remember all of it, but like the spider
You're
thing.
PG.
It is very PG. No, the spider
don't
thing.
believe
The spider thing reminded me. It was like because I've been having a lot of dreams lately of like me being in WoW, like
Nice
me
day.
being a player in WoW, and it's just like I don't know what's going on, but basically it's like me, Brash, and like Kiwi, and we're all playing in real life WoW, and for whatever reason there's this like stupid spider that spawned out of nowhere, and it was like all glowy purple, and it was just like it kept coming at us, but we couldn't do anything, and I have a fear of spiders. I hate spiders. That they can.
Did I have
die.
a side of a computer case?
No, you can't because you fucking fail with it. Oh my god, I'll tell that story after though.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. And so yeah, we were just getting chased by this spider and we couldn't do anything, and it was really
Sounds
sad
like-
and scary.
Sounds like Molten Front dailies.
It was
You guys remember the rare spiders out there in Molten Front?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And how they raped anyone that wasn't a hunter?
It's called
Oh,
leveling.
wait.
That is true.
Creepiest spider in the game. Okay, leveling, Burning Crusade.
Oh my god.
In the Terracar forest in the.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That spider in the forest.
That
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
spider. No, fucking Kiwi. I'm pretty sure it was Kiwi because she does this. But like, she fucking was like, oh, actually, it was probably Frank because Frank is a dick. But we're like, he's like, oh, come over here and blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, so we're there, and it lagged. It didn't spawn, and then I was literally right in front of it, and all of a sudden it spawned on me, and I'm like, like I actually screamed out loud. I was like, oh my god, and I cheesed it. I'm like, oh,
It's so horrible.
it was so bad.
Well, me and Rhuller live in BC, and there's no bad spiders really. We have like a few, but not really. But like we have these wolf spiders, and they're huge. Ah, I don't know.
I'm sorry. It's the little ones that'll like eat a hole through your hand or just straight up kill you that we have down here in the States that are worse.
Yeah, those
Oh.
brown recluse or something.
Yeah,
Brown
brown
recluse.
recluse.
Yeah.
Okay, well, a
Yep.
wolf spider. I'm sure you guys have them. I'm not sure, but
Probably.
they're like a brown recluse, but they're like 10 times bigger, and they run at like 200 miles an hour. They don't make webs either.
Oh god. So yeah,
They
you
just
don't
run
even-
across the ground. Oh,
Oh god.
I hate spiders. Why are we talking about
Okay,
spiders?
I have
Don't
one.
know.
Okay, so we
Ruler's
have one
fault.
more story.
It's all
One,
Ruler's fault.
one more story. Yeah. Basically, it was me, Brash, and Kiwi, and I was like over at their house, and we were hanging out in their room, and I think we weren't game. I don't know if we were gaming or not, but anyways, basically, I was sitting like by the corner of the room, and then all of a sudden, I think it was you, Brash, that was like, get over here. I'm like, what? You're like, get over here right now. I'm like, what's going on? So I like book it across the room, and there's like a spider. It wasn't that big, but there's a spider above my head, and I'm like, oh. So I'm like, okay, we need to kill it. So Brash grabs the side panel of a computer tower. I grabbed like a wiffle ball bat, and Kiwi I think grabbed like not a piece of paper, but like a tube of paper or something. I don't even remember. And we're literally standing there. We're like, okay, we're gonna kill it, and none of us moved. We're like, okay, maybe we're not gonna kill it. And fucking Brash, pro strats, takes the panel, and because the panel wasn't perfectly flat, he goes and he tries to squish it. It's on the ceiling, and he fucking misses, and it goes into the crack of the wall.
Oh, no.
it was God. Oh my God. I couldn't sleep for a week.
Oh, I wouldn't either. Oh my god.
Oh.
So, do you guys know there's a song about Boris the Spider by The Who? It goes,
Oh.
Boris the Spider. Creepy crawly, creepy crawly, creepy creepy crawly, crawly, creepy creepy crawly, crawly.
Oh, God, that's so unsettling.
Crawling up my wall.
That's-
Black and hairy, very small.
Wow, that's
Look it up, it's great.
it's,
From the people who brought you Pinball Wizard and Squeeze Box, everybody.
yeah.
Exactly.
And okay, one more little thing about spiders. One time, Brash, that you found that you heard the crinkling, because this one's really
Oh.
gross.
Oh. Oh no! I forgot about that. Why do you have to bring that back up?
Because it's so bad. Oh man, there's.
Well, I'll tell. It
Yeah.
Basically, there's like the ceiling tape on the wall, like for painting or whatever, and like there was a spider stuck in it, and I could hear this crinkling for like an hour, and I'm like, what is going
God.
on? And I look up and I see it. I see like a leg, and he's like stuck in, and I had to go and squish him, and he was like stuck behind the tape, and it was oh my god,
it's so bad.
it was bad. Oh.
Oh god.
Okay, enough spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're done with that.
Let's
How
move.
about them sports teams and the stuff?
I had a dream that WoW was real life once too, and I was getting like skill points and professions for doing things, and it was really strange because I was like, I would just do this like normal thing, and all of a sudden it would be like +1 skill. I was like, all right, cool, and I was like,
One of those T-shirts that says your reading skill has increased by 1.
yeah, it was actually like there was like I guess it was maybe romance or sexual or something because I was like making out with this person, and it was like +1 skill. I was like, oh, cool.
That's like Sims.
It's the nerdiest thing ever. Like,
Wow. I'll put it this way. Sometimes I have dreams about real life. I always get dreams about puzzle games, you know? Like you play one puzzle game and you have like a dream about it for like a month. Don't you ever get that?
No.
No? Oh man.
Although if I've been playing a game for too long, like Tetris or DDR, I'll
Yeah,
close
Tetris.
my eyes and I'll watch the stuff fall down
Ugh.
and keep playing it with my eyes closed.
Yes. And you get like all anxiety because you're like trying to play good and you're like, oh my god. Yeah, you're like, it's bad. I get that a lot.
Oh lord. Oh lord, help us.
Actually, I get the most. There you go. No.
Oh my god.
Seb, you're the guest. You
It
gotta
started.
ah, okay. Well, I was just gonna say I usually have really incredibly vivid dreams. Like I dreamt I was in like a zombie apocalypse, and
Those are the
we were
worst.
caught
Wait.
in this backyard behind a tree, and the spotlight appeared over us, and we looked up, and the camera like zoomed out from above us, and then it continued to zoom out, and you could see the TV, and there we were sitting on the couch watching ourselves in this zombie movie.
Wow.
That
It was
is
crazy.
Deep. That's
That's
deep.
it's intense. Holy.
That's like Inception deep.
It was awesome.
Wow.
I mean, it was terrifying at first because I thought I was in a zombie apocalypse, but then it turned out I was just in a movie.
Seb, why would that be? Why would that be? Scary. I'm sure Enkill has more than one zombie plan. I'm sure you
Well,
can be
this
just
was before
fine.
I met Enkel. I didn't have any hope in my life.
Oh
No,
well.
just kidding.
Oh my
Now it's
god.
getting sad.
Fort Biz. Fort Biz.
Oh, it's funny. I don't even know who Viz is, but I know who Viz is. It's so dumb. It's like I hear everything from everybody. Not everybody, mainly like Brash and Kiwi.
I miss Fizz.
That tree might have been before him too, actually. That was
Oh
long.
wow.
Oh wow, that I don't know where to go with that, Seb. That's I'm.
Oh,
There wasn't a Seb before I met you, so like I don't. You're all
Yeah,
just
that's
very
true.
vivid
I've
figments
been
of my
with Viz
imagination.
since I started playing WoW, so until I left him. Anyway,
Let's get into Sebdi's personal life.
Moving on.
I just wanted to say that wow, Arculos. Sorry, I forgot your name there for a second. I was gonna call you Hastings, and then it just got all confused because you got names for everything. Anyways, Arculos paid me 50 cents, or didn't pay me. Sorry, he donated
Whoa.
50 cents to
Whoa.
show my cat on stream, and my cat is really cute right now. And I'm just saying, if anyone wants to see my kitty cat, cough up 50 cents, and I'll get.
Wow, that's
what she
extortion,
said.
sir. I will have you know the internet is full of cute, adorable cats. I can get all of them for free.
That is true, but don't listen to Large. Large is a.
But this one will be for you specifically.
Yeah, exactly. It will be dedicated. A dedicated cat.
Dude, I don't pay for porn. I'm not going to pay for cats.
Straight up. No joke. Wait, prostitution? What?
You're prostituting your kitty out. Kitty out.
Oh yeah, that's true. He likes attention. It's okay.
Oh, well, see, I was gonna make a pussy comment there, but then you had to say he, and that just would have made it creepy.
Yeah.
His name is Snuggles.
Why would you do that to a cat?
Okay. I didn't name him just to say sorry. I got a cat. Oh my god.
The cat got your tongue?
Oh my god.
Called cat aggro.
Oh my god. Oh, my brain. I got him when he was 4 years old. So I did not name him. I can't talk tonight. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm a terrible
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my
If the
God.
cat was already 4, you didn't
Host.
get him. He decided to join you.
Yeah, he was very not happy when he first joined me, but... Zepti, do you have any pets?
Maximus Prime.
My mom has 2 dogs, and when I was growing up, we had a Rottweiler, and he was amazing, and I love animals. My mom has a Maltese and a Maltese Poodle mix, and the Maltese is my favorite. His name is Duke. I call him Dukey Dipshit because he's dumb, but I love him a lot.
So are you more of a dog person then?
Yes.
Ugh.
But cats are okay too. I know. As long as it's the kind of cat that I can like pick up and cuddle with and maybe rub its belly and not get its clawed up arm.
So as long as it's as close to being a dog as possible. She's okay with it.
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
Cats greater than dogs. Dang it.
Cats. Mm-mm.
Fact. I agree.
I'm gonna throw this out there. I enjoy cats. They're great. But if and when I have the space to have a dog, I'm gonna have a border collie, and I'm gonna love every minute of it.
Yep.
Border
I was
co-
almost killed by a dog as a child, so I kind of have this like deep fear of like slightly larger dogs than like small. Like I like little dogs, but not big dogs.
You're excused for your opinion then.
It was like 1 inch from my jugular on my neck.
Ooh.
I didn't feel anything. Now I'm terrified of dogs. It's great.
Oh. I probably would be too. But grew up with a Rottweiler and he's adorable.
It's weird though, because I'll have like little dogs and I love them and they're like amazing. But then it's like it hits a certain size and my brain just goes like snaps to fear, and it's not good. And then the dog knows, right? Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. Sometimes the dogs respond well with that though, and they'll be like gentle with you. But
Oh.
yeah, no. Even that is, I'm sure, too much. Just like,
Yeah.
nope.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I want to get a dog soon, or a cat. I mean, I'd settle for a cat, but we have to have we have to own our home first, I think, to buy a house.
the grown up. Gotta
Yes,
be a grown up. to own a
exactly.
Dude,
Yep,
growing up sucks. Don't ever do it.
totally.
pet. Yeah, I live in my parents' basement.
A
You
little
know-
jealous.
I only have an apartment so that I wouldn't be judged for living in my parents' basement.
I know. I hate because we recently moved here. Like we moved here like 6 months ago, and we had a 1-level house. So I was living with my parents, but that was it. But now I'm literally in my parents' basement, and so like now I'm the joke. I play World of Warcraft in my mom's basement, and it's just like it's kind of bad.
Well, you're both the joke and the dream.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I am very privileged. I do go to school. Like I'm not just literally freeloading. But
Hey, I wouldn't
I
judge.
I got that silly full-time job, man.
Yeah, me too. These 12-hour shifts are just killer, especially retail.
Well,
Oh,
at least I don't have to
God.
pull. At least I don't have to pull 12-hour shifts. I only have to deal with 9-hour ones. But
Retail is awful. What do you do,
being
Septi?
salary
I'm a
sucks.
pharmacist.
Oh.
So, yeah. So I get all the condescending people that come into a retail store. They are just as condescending to me. Even though, I paid about a house worth of money to get my doctor degree. But there are the people that appreciate me, but
You mentioned condescending people. I get to deal with the people who are really condescending. So I work as my job is basically support for our customer service reps. So
Oh.
our ladies who have to answer the phones, enter orders, and all that. I'm there as backup for any technical questions about our products they might end up getting and a few other things. So I get to deal with the contractors who believe that because the person they just talked to was a woman, they didn't know shit. So they come to me and they're like, "So I just got done talking to that nice lady over there, and she told me this. Is that what I should go with? But I don't think that's right. I'm pretty sure it's this." I'm like, "No, sir. She was 100% correct. And if you'd have listened to her, we would not be having this conversation right now."
Oh, jeez. Fortunately, I haven't had too many people like that.
Because they then think that because I'm a man, I'm going to instantly side with them, even though I'm like, she works literally like just on the other side of this cubicle wall. If I were not to agree with her, she'd kick my ass.
Life struggles are real.
Yeah.
First world problems.
This is a random question, but kind of back to WoW. Like, Sevti, what is your most favorable memory, like, from, like, BC, I guess, when you started? What was, like, something that just, like, strikes you every time you think about it?
Absolutely, that heroic thing that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Just pretty much anything with Kuros was awesome.
So,
I became a healer. So I was leveling my shaman, and I got to like level 60-ish, and I was like, alright, I think I'm going to be a healer. So I started to grind out some PvP gear so that I could jump right into raiding, and then I think like as soon as I hit 70, Kuros was like, hey, I need a healer for Black Morass. Let's go. Like, okay. And then he trained me, basically, to be the healer I am.
That's awesome.
By his crazy methods.
So I feel I got to throw this out there. That instance that you were forgetting, Sev, that was Shadow Labyrinths.
Thank you. I'm terrible
Shadow
with
Labs.
names. Slabs. Yes.
What were you gonna say,
Murmur.
Brash?
I love Murmur.
Oh, I was gonna say, how did you meet Kuros in the first place, like Joe?
Just through Viz, basically.
Oh, okay.
Because we were in, I think From the Ashes was the first guild I was in, and it was basically dead. And then I hopped around a couple other little guilds, and then I think maybe Viz was in Monkey Business or something, or Viz was running with Kuros to do something, and that's when Kuros was like, hey, heal for us. I'm like, okay.
Right.
Little
Okay,
did
so
I know
maybe
what I was getting into.
maybe I was thinking because like I think I did Viz play in Vanilla?
I think a little bit, but not really.
Okay.
I don't think he really did. I think in Vanilla he was like Alliance.
Oh, okay. Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like
He's
to
a Shadow
know.
Priest dude.
I'd love to see like a screenshot of some of those raids because like there is so many people from Monkey that I wasn't in Monkey at the time, but like there's
Yeah.
so many people. Actually, I remember there was this one time where someone was kicked from the raid for like I don't know what he was doing, but he not performing or something. And I remember Kuros, the first time I ever heard Kuros, and he was like, this is like 10 years ago, so he sounded younger, and he was like defending the person. He's like, if you're gonna kick this person, I'm dropping too, and my whole guild's gonna drop too. And so we like the other person was reinvited, and it was all good. But that kind of like it shows his character, right? Like he'll stand up for his
Yeah.
guild no matter what, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, he had a lot of pull.
Yeah.
It was definitely awesome. He was a really good leader, in large part due to his charisma and, like you said, that loyalty towards the group and everything.
An epic for you, an epic for me.
Exactly. Oh,
Oh
my
my.
god, his songs! I want to
An
sing
epic
in vents
for
so
every
often.
monkey.
Oh, I should have sang when we were on the trash. Man, that's why we didn't get any epics.
Yep, it's totally why we didn't get any epics. Now I have a bit more interesting thing because Sev, I don't know if you remember Sharp Cheddar at all.
I do.
So
Vaguely.
after Sharp had his falling out with Kuros, he ended up in Our Own Saviors, where I then knew him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, they didn't get along. They really didn't like each other.
No.
Which is hard because I'm sitting here like I've never had a bad experience with Joe, but man, if you listen to Sharp, he's the freaking devil.
Okay, fill me in. Who was Sharp Cheddar? Like, what was the class?
He was a mage, troll mage is what he
Okay,
played.
really rings a bell.
I think he left Monkey Business shortly. I know that you guys they were doing Serpent Shrine.
Oh, okay.
And there was some wild. I supposedly, if you believe Sharp, a trinket, a caster trinket, got DE'd for an enchant for Kuros that would have been an upgrade for Sharp, is what I believe the supposed drama story is.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Now, I never actually fact checked because there were times when I was like, dude, Sharp, you got a few issues yourself, man. So, but very, very interesting when you're like, I've never had a bad experience with Kuros, like ever, and
Yeah.
then you get this very polarized opinion of him from somebody else.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense in my mind. Kuros would never not give an item to someone
Right,
over
and I mean,
sharding
like,
it ever.
yeah, no, like I initially, I was like, well, okay, maybe there was some like misunderstanding or something, and then I actually started like raiding with Kuros. I'm like, what was he on? Like, Kuros would never do something like that ever. Even if somebody he hated, Kuros would never do that.
No, not at all.
Oh, those some good times. Although I also think about when I was an officer at Monkey Business. That was definitely a lot of fun, and I spent too much time writing things on forums and stuff. And I think my least favorite, but also in a way sadistically favorite moment, was when I had to tell T-Zane he couldn't go to the heroic Lich King, or heroic Ice Crown attempts. I was like, yeah. T-Zane was one of our healers. He was a holy priest, and he pretty much always died.
I had very limited experience, but I can tell you literally I swear every pull there was a spirit of redemption, and it was Sane, or whatever
Yeah.
his name was.
I remember the name, but I didn't play much then, so.
He really thought he was the shit,
Oh,
and
Oh.
I had to tell him that he wasn't.
nice.
And it was, in a way, it was a validating moment, but another way, I was like, I feel bad that I have to be the one to say that you're not going to go. But I was like the healing leader or whatever at the time. I was like, I'll do it. I'm the other priest.
People have wanted me to be officers a monkey, and I say no because I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't tell people no.
I think I was one of those kind of destined to get it sort of things,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
just inherently.
It was going to happen eventually.
And I think part of that had to do is when Joe expressed his vastly being upset about the fact that he ended up with my warrior and not my druid.
God, if you told him right now that you were on your druid, he'd come back. He'd come back and play with us.
I don't. No, I did tell him that.
Oh, okay.
He knows that, and he's still not back.
Nah.
Although the missus is back.
Oh.
What's up with that?
Yeah, I saw that. I think
He's on all the time.
he's a little bit afraid of like getting too addicted again, which I mean you can't blame him.
Can't
He's
blame
running,
him,
yeah, he's running a business and stuff.
Or
that's
like,
a lot of work.
imagine if he came back and he tried to raid and he saw that the raid was all different and that he wasn't having fun. And I hope he doesn't think that would happen.
That'd be kind of rough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want him to have that.
Because things do run a little different. They're not as singing.
Hey, okay, but Sev, I don't know if you rated much with us in Miss, but like I feel like it's a million times better now.
think I did raid very consistently in Mists. I raided
We
at like,
were-
the beginning.
We were pretty cut and dry in Mists.
Yeah, there wasn't much laughing going on, and I mean, I wasn't talking very much, but
I mean,
see.
that being said, I think part of it was because, I mean, Joel had finally stepped in, and he was now, not only was he raid leader, but he was now guild master. And,
It was a lot all at once, probably.
yeah, and I mean, we were just, it was just, and it was tighter. I mean, there were only like 11 or 12 of us, maybe
Yeah.
13, and
well,
we
and we had to
definitely
drop down
focused
to
much harder.
we had to drop down to 10-man because in Dragon Soul we were doing a little bit of 25-man still,
Right.
but in Miss we did like one kill
weeks.
like the first boss of Motion Vaults in 25-man,
Right.
but never again.
And it was shortly after. I think part of it was because shortly after that, Kuros gave up, and then we never saw Kuros again.
Pretty much. I think the 10-man. Like I hate 10-man, but like not for anyone that was in the 10-man, just the vibe it promotes.
Yeah.
And you know he felt that too. I think. And I mean, if Rhuller didn't start playing at the time, I wouldn't have been playing at all. Like no way. Yeah. Even though he wasn't rating, but
Yay me.
yeah, you.
I'm happy with how everything's developed into this expansion.
Yeah,
Been good.
it's definitely back being a bit more like how it used to be.
The monkeys. Yeah.
Dude, if we had Flex back in Wrath, I would have
Oh my
been able to
God.
like just go into like the monkey raids once in a while, and like I would have actually played, but like I skipped all that. And I'm
Dude,
really sad about that.
Give me Flex and Mists, and we'd had a completely different experience with raiding.
That,
Mists.
yeah, that too.
Don't mind me just eating some bread.
That
I might eat
biscuit.
some jelly beans.
I have some jelly beans. You want them?
I love jelly beans. They're basically my favorite candy ever.
Well, they're chilling over there.
I
I'm
enjoy
eating
jelly
them
beans
today.
that don't have licorice flavored ones.
My nickname when I was a baby was Jelly Belly.
Hey, that's funny. Cause
That's weird.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Because-
No,
Jelly
it's
bellies are amazing.
No, there's even more. Because my name is Angelica, and a short form of Angelica is Jelly.
right.
And so then I was Jelly Belly. In addition to having a cute little
Aw.
baby belly.
Now, there's something else that me and Rhuller know that uses the same name, and it's completely unrelated. But
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
and we're not allowed really talking about. But yeah.
Ooh.
Secrets. Sorry. Got excited.
Secrets make
Not that
terrible
interesting.
threads.
It's not that interesting. But it was interesting. Yeah.
This bread though is so good. It could be because I'm starving, but it's like so fresh. I
Just
mean,
plain white bread.
it's got butter.
Wow.
Fresh baked bread is amazing. Like
Oh
there,
my. Yeah.
there is nothing better than fresh baked bread.
Not a bread person. I like pasta.
Oh.
The other
okay.
carbs.
Pasta's good, but you can't enjoy pasta the same way you can a loaf of bread that's fresh out of the oven.
Eh.
I think I
Well-
have to agree. I think I like bread
Like-
more than pasta.
Like that good, like chewy crust with that nice fluffy inside. Ugh, nothing better than it.
Because I
Oh,
get,
you know.
I get pasta for the garlic bread, yo.
Garlic bread's good.
Sorry, what were you gonna say, Brash?
Sorry. Another thing. Sev likes bread. Who else likes bread? My sister will eat a whole loaf of bread.
Oh yeah, that's so true. What the?
Oh wait,
Sev-
no. Sev doesn't like bread.
Correct.
Oh wait. Okay, I got that
She's
backwards.
the
Crap.
opposite.
She had it backwards.
She's the
Okay.
opposite.
Okay.
Wait,
She's
do you
like large
wait,
then.
How much do you like peanut butter?
I do not.
Wow,
Oh.
Crunchy
That's
crunchy
your
peanut
problem.
butter is acceptable. Regular peanut butter is not really.
that's interesting.
I'm not really into bread. Like I
I
just
prefer
feel like I'm
wraps.
eating sugar.
I prefer wraps though. If I could
Well,
have
see,
everything in
I
a
like
wrap,
brownies.
If you feel like you're eating sugar, Brash, you're eating the wrong kind of bread.
Well, it's more the thought. Like I know it's just turns into sugar in your blood, so I'm just like, okay.
Well,
Gross.
well, pretty much everything turns to sugar in your blood. I mean, that's how you kind of
Oh,
your cells
carbs and stuff,
like
yeah.
live.
No, I mean I know how it works. It's just like you know what I have been making? Like in the last week, I've made
You know,
two giant like baking sheets of French toast.
Oh my god.
That
Oh
was
my
pretty
God.
good.
It's so good.
Oh my god, have you guys seen Yeah Toast?
No.
Nope.
No.
All around the country coast. People always say, what do you like most? I don't want to brag, I don't want to boast. I just tell them I like toast. Yeah, toast!
Oh my.
It's so good. Oh my god.
Sev T confirmed. Best guess.
Oh my god.
I told you guys. I told you guys.
I see.
That was amazing.
I told Brash like I was so hyped for this pod. He's like, I don't want to get too hyped just in case something like bad happens. I'm like,
Well,
yeah,
I'm like, I didn't know how, like, reserved we would all be. And I was just, didn't get my hopes up. And I'm really glad that Sev is tired and Dre is all over the place, or really is all over the place. It's good.
Yeah, I mean it's
Sure.
true. We could have had a, what was it, Thursday night of last week? Which one? The first night we did Orgorger attempts. Those were the end of that week was pretty rough.
I was like, peace out, bye. See you later.
Yeah.
that's what we should have done.
I think it's good you guys are, like, tired or whatever. It makes you a little more loose.
That's what he said.
I call it crack o'clock in the morning. Usually around like 3 or 4 a.m. Yeah, where you get like a little too honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid high? When you've reached the stupid high? Or just before the stupid high?
Day, you were so tired. Wait, no, was that last week? Yeah, that was last week. You totally pieced out. You're like, I'm just gonna pass out, so bye.
My day I told your story. I don't know if you were here. Your one-word story or two-word story. I guess he's going to take 30 seconds to respond to that.
Yeah, probably.
Right. The trick is to be a guest and then explain that like you can't deal with the Twitch lag between the stream and chat, so you just like creep in TeamSpeak.
Excuse me, that was inappropriate.
Dude, that
And
wasn't
here,
even
I've
like
been
a
muting mine.
2.
I know.
Like that was terrible.
I don't try very hard. Oh,
Yeah, I think it was something to do with, like, okay, Joel was explaining something, and then I read it, and I'm like, okay, I want to laugh, but then I couldn't laugh, because I didn't want to cue it up. But then I just, like, I held it on in a little bit, and then I was just, like, crying. I don't know
I
why.
wish I had caught it at the time, because I definitely would have been right there with you.
Sometimes
so
it just
great.
doesn't work with the tone, like, of the current vent combo, so...
Especially like just, I would have verbalized it in vent. Twin Arnolds.
There you go.
Better.
That would have been perfect.
But, oh well.
I said something in chat, and I was trying to get people to say it, like, do their best impersonation in vent, but no one, like, I don't think anyone read it.
I would so
Well, we all know
Good.
that the people who rate the
precious
monkey business
opportunities missed.
that raid for monkey business don't read raid chat at
yeah.
all.
Yeah.
It was funny on Monday.
If you think Joel was bad, Kuros, there is nothing
Oh,
that
man.
comes even remotely close.
Yeah.
And if he couldn't talk in vent, oh man, reading what he typed in chat was just as funny.
Oh yeah, I actually remember this in Kata because it was bad. I
Yeah.
didn't raid very much, but like
He
it was
would always
bad.
defend himself with like, I can type papers just fine. I don't have any problems typing stuff. I just don't feel like it in chat.
I had a secret tactic in Kata. I would whisper him on BattleNet, so it would come up in blue, and he would always respond.
That's sneaky. That's
Yeah.
sneaky.
Not with normal whisper, though. Perfect work. Or definitely not raid color.
Why didn't I ever think of that?
I don't. So just
Don't know
just so
why
people
I thought about it.
know who this is. This is Brash's sister Kiwi, and I was just looking at her armory. And how does she have a 645? Like when did she ever get a 645? Anything? She like quit.
There's
no
emissions,
idea.
bro.
She's just magical.
Seriously, she like quit pretty quick after. Oh, she's in her enhancement gear. Weird. Oh no, what? Oh yeah, it's interchangeable. Never mind. Actually, her
Yeah,
strength.
Mr. I only have one set of stats that I ever use.
That's because you're always tank though.
No, I was talking about you, Mr. Strength. I could entertain going boomkin or healing.
That's true. Yeah, I
It
couldn't.
would be the day the world ends, but I could do it.
I would love to see you heal
No, you wouldn't.
because I would.
Oh my god.
I would laugh.
You could heal and I could tank.
Oh my
I
god.
literally am the worst druid healer. Newborn children are better at druid healing than I am.
That's okay. You'll be a disc healer. You'll be a disc healer and I'll be a druid tank. All you have to do
You know-
is power shield me.
Okay, well I have it. I could level shiny my disc priest and see what happens.
Oh my god. Distracted by the name Shiny.
Okay, well so my brother Jasp, his DK was named Glitters. We had a paladin. We had a friend who his paladin's name was Striptease. My priest's name was Shiny. We were looking for like what we had planned to do. We had this friend who was going to level a shaman named Pole, and then we were going to queue up in the looking for group, the four of us, so that everybody who joined us would be like, "What the hell?" Because my brother had a guild name, a bank guild that was fairy princesses.
You can't see my face, but I don't think it cannot get any brighter and sparklier and grinnier.
It was It was going to be Shiny, Glitters, Striptease, and Pole, all from fairy princesses, queuing
I
up
love it.
in the random dungeon finder just to troll with whoever we got as our fifth.
Oh, I love it.
You guys want to know the name of the first guild I was ever in on Rock? It had a pink tabard. It was Floppy Fairies. Seriously. My buddy joined it, and I was like, dude, I'm not joining this guild. And he's like, dude, they're so cool. And I'm like, okay, fine.
Wow. You're pretty
That's-
easy.
Yeah. If you go to like the history thing, you can see that was the first guild on there.
At least it wasn't flaccid fairies.
Kind of along the same lines.
That was a totally different meaning.
I think that was kind of the intent.
Yeah.
Kiwi's messaging me on Facebook, and she's concerned about what her transmog currently looks like because I told her that I'm showing her armory.
She's got the fish helm on. I hated that helm. That was the most hideous hunter helm ever.
Aw.
Large, what was your brother's tune's name?
So his warlock was named Jaspmire, Jaspmire, and then he was the first Glitters on Dragonblight. He was straight up Glitters. Not to be confused with the terrible DK who had no idea what she was doing that had one of the funky characters for the eye.
Yeah. Okay. I just thought it was a different name. It's not the one I was thinking about.
He played his monk in Mist, and that was Rhyme. Rhime.
I used to be a paladin tank. I was the main tank for a guild.
What?
I don't
When?
believe you. That's like someone telling
On
me
my
Bella
Archie guild.
did DPS. And I would never believe that simply because I've known Bella as long as she's played, or almost as long as she's played Warcraft. But
I did. I went bonging from because the Hammer of the Righteous, I think that's what it is. Back when in Wrath of the Lich King, when you were just like, consecrate, everything sticks to me. Hooray!
Oh, it's
now
so
what do
good.
I do?
so I leveled my my paladin MP3 as prot with a fire mage and my brother's disc priest, and it was literally consecrate, hammer the righteous, consecrate, hammer the righteous, la 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 la.
Yep. Oh,
Oh.
that's awesome.
I don't need a healer. I don't need DPS. I'm gonna do 75% of the damage and 80% of the healing.
It was so much fun.
I just was thinking about something Brash and I were talking about was, what Brash told me that him and Kiwi talked about was what broke like tanks and stuff. And Brash, you were talking about how DKs kind of broke tanking because they had so much AoE, so thus they had to give all the other tanks AoE, and thus making it kind of Roffelmal to tank.
Yeah,
and
that was
stuff.
like a theory.
Yeah.
Because
No,
DKs were kind of, they were intended to be like like kind of do both, like DPS and tank on with all the
Right. No,
specs?
so the terrible idea was that Blizzard was like, let's create a hero class, and by making them a hero class, we can get away with doing some extra things, like making all three of the specs a viable tank spec. And what that did was people were like, oh, well, with these DKs who are just inherently more powerful to begin with, I can do things like I can heal myself to full with the press of a button, and then dump all my runic power into Unholy Blight with bone armor up, and literally just walk through an instance, never have to worry about threat, and never need a healer.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
Like, progression guilds, like right there at the very start of Wrath, were running Unholy DKs, and that was it. Like, they didn't need anybody else.
Well, what made me quit Wrath was, well, two things. I remember doing the 5-mans at the beginning, and everything was just face roll, even the heroics. You just face roll AoE the whole instance.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, this is fun for the first time, but I'm getting bored of it already.
Which was completely different. Like, I remember like CCing in Magister's Terrace, and
Oh, yeah.
because I was a druid, it being rough because I didn't bring my own.
Oh yeah, you like every slot needed CC, like ideally. And then going into Nax, and like I was with Monkey at the time, and we went through Nax pretty quick, and that kind of was like the nail in the coffin. I'm like, okay, this is just too face roll, and I quit for a few years.
Yeah.
Miss Ulduar. Ulduar was a ton of fun.
I know. I really regret missing Wrath. I just
Me too. I mean, I didn't
Yeah.
really miss Wrath. I was leveling Sevlet at that time, and I was playing on the roleplay server with my high-level characters, so I kind of like didn't get anything done in raiding.
right.
I firmly believe that Icecrown Citadel was kind of eh. The Arthas,
Oh, really?
I enjoyed the Arthas fight, but Wrath was Ulduar. Everything else was just
Okay.
paled in comparison to Ulduar.
By the end of Ice Crown, I almost wanted to delete my priest because I was so sick of power shield spam, which is ironic considering that's what it is now. But
So for 10-man heroic Lich King, basically all of the strats were you take a Holy Pally and a Disc Priest, and if you don't, you're not going to win.
yeah,
Yeah.
And the
That
Disc
was our
Priest's sole
Disc
job
Priest.
was to sit there and bubble the whole raid before Infest came out, and the Paladin had to keep everybody else up.
yeah, it was pretty much constant on everybody. And since we were raiding 25-man, and I was the only disc priest, it was awesome.
You never got to do anything.
Nope.
Wow.
So I have a question. Did either of you, like Septi or Large, did either of you play Alliance in vanilla?
Fuck Alliance.
I guess Septi didn't play vanilla, but no.
But my very first character was Largehorn. I have never played Alliance. Well, that's not true. I've never gotten Alliance past 20. I keep
Yeah.
trying. I just can't do it.
Yeah, because I was interested in, like, I know that literally the only tanks were basically warriors, and then druids could kind of tank. But I've been trying to figure out if pallies are at all viable as a tank or not in vanilla.
It really, they really just weren't.
Yeah.
In the same sense that, like, druids could get, like, rogue gear and then could, like, fudge it just by, dodging. And
Mm-hmm.
at the time, it took a ton of work to get a druid crit immune. Like, a ton of work. And druids could still be crushed. Like, crushing blows was a thing. Which, like, even in Burning Crusade, crushing blows were a thing for druids. They were the only class who who could still be crushing blows.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it's just one of those. They're
remember,
really all of the strength gear went to warriors, and so paladins never saw it.
I had a paladin tank in BC, and it was pretty awesome. They had they had less block percentage from their block attack, so they could get uncrushable, but it was harder. But the key with their block is it would have a duration and would last the whole duration. But a warrior's block only would block, I think, like 3 attacks. So on a quick fight, quick attacking fight, you could be crushed, at the end of when that dropped. But once I got to that point on my pally, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Uncrushable all the time.
The trick was getting to uncrushable, and once you hit uncrushable, you were good to go. And there were a couple of fights that just were not fun to be a druid. Nightbane sticks out in my mind as being a bitch because of just like he could crush you landing, which like insta-gibbed anything. Getting parried as a bear was atrocious on the Prince fight because other people,
that's a mechanic that Rhuller probably doesn't know about.
Other people getting parry-gibbed was kind of it happened. Oh well, but like druids when they got parry-gibbed, it was I parried you and I hit you and then I reset my clock timer and then I crushing blowed you and now you're dead.
Yeah. Yeah, Rhuller, back then in Vanilla, Burning Crusade, Wrath, I guess also.
No, I think they did away with it in Wrath. I don't remember.
Okay.
I think I remember towards the end them special the patch that the 3.0 patch.
Yeah.
One of the things they said was they removed a boss parrying resetting its swing timer.
Yeah. So what could happen is if you had melee in front, and obviously the tanks are always in front, and you parried, like you hit Bloodthirst and it gets parried, the boss swing timer would reset, and basically could essentially like Wind Fury you, like boom boom, and you just go down. Like there was a lot of just insta gibbing. Yeah, that was like a huge mechanic. That's the number one reason why people didn't attack from the front, I'd say.
Right. It wasn't so much about damage was important, but it wasn't so much about that. It was more the fact that on any boss who do wield, those quick hitting bosses, one parry could literally spell the end of your tank.
Yeah. So ideally, you wanted to get like a lot of whatever, like I guess weapon skill.
It was weapon skill. Yep.
That's right.
Weapon skill then. Weapon
skill, but also uncrushable, and it was like this game of getting to these caps as a tank, while also having somewhat of a health pool.
And
it's interesting.
And druids were just straight up boned because druids' weapon skill didn't matter to a druid because if you were in your form, you used a separate roll that was always fixed. It did not matter what your weapon was; it was always fixed at the max level.
I did not know that.
I see Sevti has muted her mic. I'm assuming that Ankil has awoken.
You're correct. He woke up. I'm
Hi,
updating
Ankil.
him on our progress. Everyone says hi, Ankil.
Oh, he sounds so tired.
He really does.
He does
sounds so
sound tired.
sleepy. So sleepy.
Tonight we have Hank Hill as a guest.
Hank Hill.
I'm sorry. The first time I heard his voice, I was like, "Oh my! No. Are we sure that's not the voice actor?" Like,
Where is Ankil originally from North Carolina as well?
He is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was born and raised up here. I moved to him.
Oh, where were you from?
I was
North
from Florida.
Carolina is not up here.
Hey, it's up here from Florida.
Well, that may be true, but there are some of us. Actually, the rest of us are further north than you.
That's true.
But you got North in the name.
It implies that it's north.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but that's like saying North Dakota and South Dakota are different. No, the Dakotas are very much just the Dakotas. There is zero difference between the two, other than someone arbitrarily drew a line between them.
Interesting. Let's talk about United States geography. Yay!
Let's not show just how much a nerd and loser Larghorn is.
God, I don't mind geography, but like I could give I could literally give no less shits about American geography. Like, here are the fucks that I give about American geography.
So it was really. This is funny. I don't know if you guys. If I've shared this with you. I've shared it with some people. So C was over here. He crashed on my couch on my futon for 2 weeks. And he was really confused about the fact that. So we took one weekend to go out, and we drove 9.5 hours from Elizabethtown, Kentucky, which is where I am, which is central Kentucky, to Washington, D.C. to meet Bella and Joel. And he was really confused about the fact that I remember him asking me time and time again how difficult it would be to get to Oregon, and I'm just like, dude. So, it took us 9 hours to get from Kentucky, the halfway point of Kentucky, to the East Coast. It's going to take us 22 hours to get to the West Coast.
Well, yeah, he was asking because he's pretty close with me and Kiwi, and like we played with him since vanilla basically. But like he was asking how long it would take basically to come visit us, and we're like yo, this you can't just like drive. Like what are you saying? Like we're
He thought
literally
that 5
across
hours to Chicago was a nightmare, and I'm just like, dude.
Yeah.
We went. So I live about Louisville or Louisville, however, which is the largest city in Kentucky, which is what some of you guys might actually be familiar with. I live about an hour south of there, and he was really confused about how willing I was to drive up to Louisville to go to a restaurant. Like
How unwilling?
No, how willing I was to do that.
Oh.
He was like, that would never happen in the UK. No one would ever do that. And I'm like, but like, people commute an hour and a half, 2 hours to work all the time here. Like,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I have some buddies in Europe, and they go for a road trip, and they go through like 4 countries in one day. It's like, okay.
We go through 4 states.
Yeah.
I mean, that being said, like the way we do things here, the way the whole country's set up, it's really just this like group of 50 individual countries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically.
Well, okay, more like 48, because California and Florida are just completely fucked.
Or like the state's penis.
Lol.
Had to be said.
No, more like shriveled penis.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Flaccid.
isn't it full of old people? So isn't it kind of?
Oh yes.
Makes
That's
sense.
why I said shriveled.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got
We call it
the
an elephant
joke.
graveyard.
I got the joke, guys. Hooray.
Congratulations.
Gra-
Congratulations for
Yay.
ruining it for everybody else because we had to explain it to you.
I think it's kind of the pod's going a little bit dead. So I think, and we're coming up on 2 hours now, and Sebti's probably literally dead. So
Pretty close, yeah.
I think we're
No, guys. She's undead. Get it right.
Oh, my bad.
There you go.
My bad. So I think I'm gonna cut the stream here now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for Sebti for coming in, and I know you're tired, and we really appreciate you coming in and joining
It
us.
was fun. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yay, you
it
guys.
was definitely really fun, and we'd love to have you come back as a guest anytime you want, basically. Thanks again for Large for popping in the after show. It's always a pleasure.
I'm going to be here all the time. You're never going to get rid of me.
Ah, shit. No. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and hope you all have a good night.
You too.